Hey everybody, Mitch here, Merz Farm Equipment. We're going to start a new thing here. It's going to be called Minute with Merz. So a couple weeks ago we had a ride and drive event up here in Fall City, out here for our open house, lawn and garden open house ride and drive. So Andy with Cut and Clean Lawn Care and Randy with G4 Outdoors. They both came up here. Appreciate that. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the G4 Outdoors channel. Check out Cut and Clean Lawn Care. Andy and Randy, very cool guys. But anyway, we were just kind of chatting with them, and you know, the biggest thing that we were talking about is there's nobody really from a dealer side of things doing kind of a video log thing of what's happening inside a dealership. So you guys are great in the lawn care community of what you're doing out there. We're going to do ours from not only our lawn and garden side of things, but from the agricultural dealer standpoint. So first thing is like I say, our ride and drive event a couple weeks ago, we sent 10,000 mailers out. 10,000 postcards went out to every door, direct mail, you know, trying to catch those people that wherever they're at, where they're sitting, you know, if they're outdoors, if they've got rural, they need a riding lawnmower. They need a, you know, they need a zero-turn lawnmower. So we're going to try to catch them. Anybody who lives out on a rural route outside of the city limits. So we sent 10,000 of those out. Turned out it was 40 degrees. It was raining, and we didn't get the turnout that we wanted. So that's life. That's what happens. We still had a great turnout, though, for the people who were interested. Thank you to the customers who came down to purchase mowers. We appreciate that. That's been awesome. If they were really interested in lawnmowers, 40 degrees and rain didn't keep them away. They got to come out. They got to drive them. Some guys came out Friday night, drove them Friday night. Some people came out later Saturday. Some people Monday, Tuesday. But anyway, we had a good turnout still. So appreciate that. But that's what happens when you have an event and it's outside. You take the chances on the weather. So it's been a wet, cold spring, and because of that, even the planning side of things for the agriculture side got pushed back. You know, typically by the 10th of April, we got planters running already, and it was really probably 2 weeks after that. Really about the 20th to 24th of April, about last week, as we really started to get things going. But with the equipment these guys are running, they got 36-row planters, high speed, and a lot more to come on that. So stay tuned to the Minute with Merz. We'll talk more about the planters coming up, especially the precision planting and what AGCO and precision planting have to offer. We've got some cool things happening. We're going to do a test plot. We're going to do some trials there. So we got that happening. So stay tuned to this video log. We'll have a lot more information with that. A couple things that I wanted to talk about. I wrote some notes down here. You know, for us is the Massey Ferguson lawn tractor, the Massey Ferguson farm equipment is what we sell. So one of our salesmen, Bob, he was working on GC, the little 25 horsepower tractor loader, the oversized garden tractor, the garden compact. He was working on that. So he was pricing it to a guy, and the guy was pricing a green tractor with it, against it. We actually beat that price. This guy was from clear out Nebraska, but we beat their price by, he says, a couple thousand. Don't know what that was. The customer's word. Beat the competition by a couple thousand. And he said when he started pricing some of the attachments, he priced it with a snow blower. He priced it with the mower deck. He priced it with a rear blade. He priced it with all kinds of attachments, the loader, the backhoe, everything. But you got to watch, because some of the competitors out there, when you go to start pricing it, the things like the lift arms, the 3-point lift arms, were not included if you ordered the backhoe model. So when you're pricing that stuff, make sure you're getting everything with it, because that's the key. We can all make it cheaper by not putting some of the stuff on there. A couple years ago, Bob and I went to a training up in Minnesota, and one of the competitors that sells green tractors had an E-Series compact. It was like a 35, 40 horsepower tractor. Had an E-Series, so the economy series. And we were looking at it, and the fuel tank was back up behind the seat. And so it's like, oh, that's fine. You just stand on the drawbar. There was no drawbar. We were talking about dumping the diesel in by standing on the drawbar. but there's no drawbar. When you get that economy series, the drawbar didn't come with it as standard equipment. So I'm going to guess most people with a little tractor want a drawbar to pull some things around. So just be careful when you're pricing that stuff. You know, I'm not trying to throw stones at any competition by any means. I just want to make sure as a consumer you're aware of your pricing apples to apples and making sure you're getting all the equipment that you need. So same thing for us as a family-owned dealership. Bruce was pricing a planter to a guy, you know, a used planter, sold it over to him over in Iowa. Well, he calls the next day and he says, well, you know, after the deal was done, the price was set. He says, well, what monitor comes with that? Well, there was no monitor with it. You know, that's the type of thing. It was a miscommunication between us and the customer. There was no monitor. The customer thought there was a monitor, and that's fine. So we ended up working with him. We got him a monitor. Our cost took care of him. You know, because we want him as a repeat customer. He's clear over in Iowa. He's a state over. Chances are of us dealing with it, but we want to make sure that we're taking care of that reputation, take care of that. So, I mean, we're giving parts and pieces away. You know, we're talking a couple $1,000s for this monitor, and we made sure to get one after the fact just to take care of the customer. So we're going to do that to take care of the customer. I think any of our customers that have been working with us over the years would agree with you, would agree with me on that, is that we're going to be here to take care of them. That's how we are into our sixth decade, third generation, 65 years of a family-owned business. We're here to take care of the customers. So that's all that we really have. I don't have a lot. We could talk about lawnmowers. We could talk about everything else, but we'll keep that. I said minute with Merz. My wife told me I couldn't keep it to a minute. Definitely did not. So we'll try to keep them shorter from now on out. But check out these minute with Merz's, and hopefully you find some good information. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Go check out Andy with Cut and Clean Lawn Care and Randy with G4 Outdoors. Thanks, guys.